They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, but in the world of digital branding, imitation isn't flattery, it's identity theft. It's a calculated attack on your creativity, your livelihood, and your reputation. And I learned that lesson the hard way. I poured 6 years of my life into building my creative agency from the ground up. 6 years of late nights, financial risks, and relentless passion. My so-called friend, Sophie, spent 6 months just watching me. But she wasn't watching to learn. She was watching to steal. She didn't just copy my aesthetic, my color palettes, or my captions. She stole my clients, my confidential strategies, and ultimately, she tried to convince the entire world that I was the one copying her. It was a complete inversion of reality, a gaslighting campaign on a massive scale. She wanted my life, the business I bled for, the community I nurtured. Fine, I decided to let her have the spotlight. But I was going to make damn sure that when those lights finally came on, the whole world would see the fraud cowering underneath the filters. This isn't just a story about a copycat. This is the story of how I triggered a digital self-destruct and deleted her from the industry. When I first met Sophie, she was the textbook definition of a struggling creator. That's how she introduced herself. She seemed lost, overwhelmed, but genuinely passionate, and my heart went out to her. I've been there. I know how isolating and brutal this industry can be when you're starting out. So, I decided to mentor her. I took her under my wing, gave her advice, and let her shadow me at major photo shoots. I opened up my entire playbook. I even introduced her to my premium vendors, the ones it took me years to build relationships with. I thought I was helping a fellow creator climb the ladder. I had no idea she was just measuring my back for a night. It started so small I almost missed it. A caption here, a filter there. I'd see a post of hers and think, that sounds a lot like what I wrote last week, or that photo composition feels familiar. I brushed it off. We were in the same niche after all. Maybe it was just a coincidence, or maybe she was just inspired. But then, the coincidences started to pile up. My signature editing style suddenly became her new preset pack. The unique brand voice I'd spent years developing was now her authentic self. Then it got weird. It moved from imitation to sabotage. She started reaching out to my long-term clients behind my back. These were people I had 5, 6-year relationships with. She'd offer them discounted rates for the exact same services I provided. And how did she pitch them? She used my own pitch decks, my own case studies. She literally just swapped out my logo for hers and presented my years of work as her own to steal my revenue. The moment of truth came when one of my most loyal clients forwarded me her email. My heart sank. It was my work, my words, my strategy, all under her name. I felt betrayed, but more than that, I felt stupid for trusting her. I confronted her immediately. I sent her screenshots. I laid out the evidence. I expected a denial, maybe an excuse. What I didn't expect was for her to block me on every single platform without a word. And then, the ultimate betrayal. A few hours later, she posted a video, a tear-streaked, shaky cam video to her followers. She claimed that I was a bitter, washed-up creator who was gatekeeping the industry. She sobbed about how I was harassing her, sending my followers to attack her, all because I was jealous of her rapid growth. Her growth, the growth she'd manufactured by standing on my shoulders. The fallout was immediate and catastrophic. I lost 3 major contracts in a single week. The comments on my own posts turned toxic. My community, the people I had shared my journey with, was turning against me. My friend had weaponized my own audience to destroy my reputation. I was heartbroken. I was furious. For a moment, I thought about quitting, but then I remembered, Sophie was a thief, not a creator. She didn't have a single original thought in her head. Her entire brand was a house of cards built on my foundation. And I decided to give her one more thing to copy. One final, fatal idea. I created a new, highly confidential folder on my cloud drive. I titled it Project Rebirth 2026 Strategy. Then, I accidentally dropped the shareable link into an old, shared Slack channel that I knew she still had access to. I knew her ego and her desperation wouldn't let her resist. Inside that folder was a masterpiece of deception. A complete blueprint for a groundbreaking new campaign, filled with revolutionary concepts, exclusive vendor contacts, and a high-risk, high-reward financial strategy. It looked like the score of a lifetime. She took the bait in less than 24 hours. I watched the access logs. Her IP address lit up. downloading every single file. A week later, she launched it. Project Rebirth, she called it. Her magnum opus. She went on a media blitz, announcing this visionary new direction for her brand. She secured massive loans to fund the production, leveraging the fake vendor contacts and inflated financial projections I had so carefully planted in the folder. She was all in. What Sophie didn't know was that every single revolutionary idea in that folder had been copyrighted by me months prior. Those exclusive vendors. They were a top-tier legal team and a private investigator who were documenting her every move. And the brilliant financial strategy. It was a carefully constructed mathematical trap, designed to be so convoluted and flawed that it would immediately flag her for fraud with any bank or auditor who looked at it. It was a plagiarism time bomb. The day she launched, I didn't just file a lawsuit. I released a full hour-long time-stamped documentary on my own channel. I didn't need to cry or sling mud. I just showed the receipts. I showed the metadata from the original files, proving I created them years ago. I showed the official copyright registration dates. Most importantly, I showed the screen recordings of her IP address accessing my cloud drive, downloading the Project Rebirth folder, and the timestamps that matched her launch schedule perfectly. It was undeniable, irrefutable proof. The explosion was nuclear. Her brand didn't just fail, it vanished. The platforms banned her for repeated, flagrant copyright infringement. The banks called in their loans. Her followers didn't just unfollow. They felt betrayed. They realized they weren't fans of a creator. They were fans of a ghost, an echo of someone else's work. Sophie tried to steal the fruit of my labor without ever planting a single seed. She wanted the harvest without the hard work. Now, she's back to being a struggling creator. But this time, there are no mentors coming to save her. There are no second chances. So I have to ask you, have you ever had someone try to wear your life like a costume? How did you take your power back? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And always remember, an original is always, always worth more than a copy. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.